welcome back to our channel, Knightmare Baskerville. Yay, confetti! Anyway, so today I'm gonna show you how to build a Buster card team. So let's start. Okay, for a little short explanation, Buster cards are the cards that increase the base attack power of your servants. So when you put them together, the more Buster cards you put together, the stronger their base attack is. This normally means as well that you don't prioritize critical hits or NP charge. You just focus on bashing the poor enemy to death until they're, well, gone. So let's start. So go to the formation menu, then you click party setup. You'll notice that my team's completely gone. Well, I did this for the purpose of the video so you guys can also check like other functions. For example, one function I want you guys to take note of is the total cost down below. The total cost is extremely important in a sense that you have to make sure that your craft essences and your servants total to the amount below without exceeding. You either equal it or you're slightly less. So since we're building a Buster team, let's check. The first kind of class that has a lot of Buster cards is the Berserker class. So here you have Heracles, who has a really high set of stats. He was actually my first 4-star when I started out the game. Heracles is a high tier servant. He's really deadly. In fact, he's the reason why I was able to clear the first 3 stages easily without breaking a sweat. If you've noticed here below, he has 3 skills: Valor, Mind's Eye, Battle Continuation. But here's the skill I want you guys to take note of. As a Berserker, he has an innate skill known as Madness Enhancement, rank B, meaning he increases the power of his Buster cards or the effectiveness of the Buster cards. For example, since he has a Buster card, your attack goes up. Once your attack goes up, the Madness Enhancement adds more value to the Buster card. So there. You notice even his NP is Buster based. It's 9 lives. It can deal significant damage to a single enemy while dealing a debuff. Sorry, my tongue got tied. Debuff of defense drop. And while it is single enemy, he's very useful for bosses. He's quite the backlaner. I say backlane because Berserkers has a really crappy chance against other servants if it's not their turn. So if you notice as well, these are the Buster cards. These 3 red ones over here. These 3 red ones are the ones that buff his attack, giving him a better chance. Since this doesn't mean though that he will always get 3 or 2 or at least 1 per turn. What it means is he has a higher chance of drawing Buster cards. So it's 3 out of 5. So if you're gonna do the math, times 20 is a 60% chance of getting Buster cards among the 5 cards that you draw for your 3 servants in battle. So there. And now, so since he's in the team, that's already 1 Buster. Next, another Buster card user you can use is Altria. Now, Altria is a little harder to get, or actually, if you don't have Altria, even she will do. Altera. Now, it's debatable between these two. Why? If you notice Altera, hold on, whoops, sorry, wrong button. Altera, come on, scroll down. Oh dear lords, this is where it hangs. Here, check this out. Altera has Tactics, which increases her NP strength, and Natural Body, which heals herself. However, she only gets skill 2 once you ascend her at least once, which in base form, she's a little soft. But if you take note of this, she has 2 Buster cards, meaning she has a 40% chance of getting a Buster card, which is quite good actually for a Saber class. But here's another thing, she has arts, 2 arts cards. Why is this important? If you're going to form a Buster team and you want to rely on a Buster blow, you're gonna have to add some arts cards so that they don't lose their Noble Phantasm power. So you can either choose her or even Altria, who has her own set as well, which if you can so kindly check down here, as soon as this bloody thing scrolls, here we are. There, she has the same setup. Although if you're juggling the 2, If you're putting Heracles, I suggest adding someone a little more tanky, since he cannot front lane, otherwise he'll get squashed like a fly, which is a big no-no. You might as well put someone who's good on defense, which is why I picked Altria. Another person, well, this one, for this third slot, the support is dependent on your friend. Another servant who can add busters, actually, you could also use casters similarly to Elizabeth Bathory. Here, Halloween. For those who play the Halloween event, they'll probably have her. Why? Let's check out her skills. Well, she does have a lot of... Oh gosh. Well, she does have a lot of arts cards. Here, if you notice, she has 3 arts cards and 1 buster, which is usually bad. What I bank on is her NP. The Bathory Halloween says a bit. I think that's how you read it. Anyway, and check this out. Because she has mana burst, she can increase her buster card's effectiveness and literally trash through it. Now, the reason why I put her in is because these arts cards is similar to the buster. While it does have a really tremendous boost on NP, she doesn't deal as much damage, which is probably why she's not too recommended compared to Berserker. In this case, Heracles will be your main damage dealer for buster. However, if you really want to run pure base damage, you might as well bring another Berserker. In this case, Kiyohime is a pretty good choice. Why? Here, let's check her out. Despite being a 3-star, she has Madness Enhancement EX, which is kind of scary. And if you haven't noticed, her NP, Transforming Flame Emitting Meditation, is multi-hit. And oh, by the way, it also has a chance to increase stun and has burn. Terrifying little thing, really. If you put her together, she also has buster cards. Why? These buster cards hurt if you combine them, okay? So now with that, let's keep it with these 3 first. And then, or you can also add a few if you still have extra space. Another good setup for buster, you need someone also who can chain the buster. Rule number 1 about buster is that you have to bring servants who have at least 2 to 3 buster cards. Because if you're gonna be you can't really go pure buster, because if you do that, there are some enemies that have large HP which need debuffs, so bringing a extremely pure buster team might be a problem. So who else can you add? Well, you can also add maybe... Hold on, let's check Hector. I kind of forgot what his NP is. Is your NP a buster? You really have to look at them, otherwise you're not gonna know. Here! Oh, we have another buster here! Yay! Okay, Hector is also multi-hit, and the good part is he's a Lancer class. And if you take note, he can increase NP strength, which is quite vital, especially for those on buster. Or he can also use Proof of Friendship, which he has a chance to inflict stuns. So we can add him to the party as well. So with that, you have at least a 5-man team. Now, in terms of lineup, I suggest you put Berserker near the back line. Why? If you put him in the near back line, at least he won't get focused down right away. I think it's part of the algorithm that the game has, that anything in the back line is not as highly prioritized as the one up front. As the leader, rather. Okay, so now that you have your buster levels, let's check the craft essences. Now, there are particular craft essences that focus on buster power. One of them being... No, that's not the one. This one. Verdant Sound of Destruction. Now, I don't suggest wasting this on Altria. For what reason? It's quite simple. Altria already has pretty good defensive stats. She doesn't have Madness Enhancement, so stacking it would be quite pointless. So normally for her I use Prisma Cosmos. If I remember where the hell I put it. Here it is. Prisma Cosmos. Increase NP gauge by 8% each turn. Considering I had 2 of them, so it was easy. So there. You notice the cost jumped because that's 12 and she's 16. Now for him, my current favorite is the Verdant Sound of Destruction. This one, combined with his, if you notice, it's 20%. Plus the fact that he has Madness Enhancement. You put that two together, you're going to be dealing at least 30k every time he makes a Brave Chain. For her, she can go two ways. She can either go debuff, since she has Stun and Burn, or you can just go pure power. My personal preference is actually Victor of the Moon for her, or well, yeah, Victor of the Moon basically. Or you can actually use this one as well, Halloween Princess, because it increases NP strength while your NP is charged at 30%. Actually, for Kiyohime, this is quite useful. Why? As a Berserker class servant, she does not, I repeat, does not have an easy time charging her NP. So this will be a big help for her, Halloween Princess. But if you want to go full on battle, let's use this, Victor of the Moon. This guy has stuns, and he has NP increase. So, for him, let's see what's nice here. This one, I don't recommend using that unless you have multiple copies. Why? It only lasts 3 turns. And even then, to keep the damage consistent, you have to equip it on another servant, and it's only for that one servant who has it, which is kind of sad. So, let's find another, it's a nice Buster. Are you Buster? No. No, that's Quick Guard. Arts Guard. Target Focus and Be Strength. I don't want to use that. Okay, this is probably the weakest of the Buster card enhancement craft essences, the Crimson Black Keys, courtesy of Kirei. That sucky little crapper. Anyway, it should be around here. No. God bless, don't tell me I don't have enough. I don't want to use that either. Anyway, so for now, since I'm currently out, well, this sucks. Sorry about that. Since we're currently out, if you're building a Buster team, you can also focus on boosting up their NP. So in this case, you can either go NP charge at 60 to, which is Imaginary Element, just to give him a chance to use Durindana, or you can use, you can also use Divine Banquet, which will increase their NP gain quite well. So we can focus on that. So there you have it. This is your current Buster team. Let's test them out. Now, your main con with this team is the fact that your Berserkers are really soft. They will get slaughtered if you are not careful, if you do not think your battle's through. Oh, look, 2 Saint Quartz. Anyway, so let's test this one thing. Currently, since it's Archer Casters, let's try it here. So here you get to choose. This is where I say you'll have to choose. Choosing a particular support that has Buster cards is quite hard, because for example, like Saint Martha. Well, Saint Martha does have a Buster class. What do you call this? NP. Check her command cards. It's arts. So she's not exactly the best for the Buster team, but she can help in powering it up. What you can do, however, is run another Saber. In this case, you can choose, like, let's say Altera, who is quite potent. Wait, did I just see that she has a level 4 Photon Ray? Let me check that. And she's on Victor of the Moon. See? Having Victor of the Moon is quite useful. And she has Crest of the Star. Wow. Oh my god. What? How? Oh my gosh. She has a... Okay. See, this is what I mean. She has a level 4 Photon Ray. How much money did that person spend? Jesus Lord. But whatever it is, it's fine. Now, here's your issue. Sabers are weak to archers. So, this is where you also have to take into consideration what you're throwing out there. You can also have Elizabeth Bathory, Lancer, because if I remember correctly, she also has a Buster NP. Let's check. It's anti-personnel. Come on, load. Load. Hello. Lord, it's not loading. There. If you notice, she also has Buster. So we can put her. And she'll be extremely useful, especially against the archers. So let's begin. Now, if it's one thing to take note, as a buster team, you're supposed to prioritize one thing. You're supposed to prioritize forming either brave buster chains or buster chains in particular. Why? Your craft essences are equipped to do so. The Verdant Sound of Destruction, that's Heracles. He'll smash through enemies. I've seen him one-shot big bosses in a single blow. Anyway, here we go. Oh, wow, the Soulcaster. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Here, as you've noticed, check this out. 3 buster cards right away. And he doesn't even have to try. Buster chain up. 1, 2. So that's 1. There. And then, ouch, take damage. Next, another buster chain again. This is what it means to form a buster team. Forming a buster team means increasing the probability of having buster cards and therefore forming more buster chains. Although, I do have one question, and if it's one question I've never got properly answered, if the effects of the buster cards last across the game. Now, there are times, however, that your buster cards will not appear. And that's okay, because there are some cards that really don't come out, no matter how hard you push it. Like now, look. See? Arts. And it's not too bad, because having arts cards also means your NP will go up. So, there, look, another buster chain. In this case, since it's, okay, one rule about this, you can either go, but brave chain or break it. But in this case, since he's already low in life, I suggest not really brave chaining it, otherwise you'll waste all that precious damage. There. Bang. There we go. So, Altria takes damage. He's taking too much damage. Good lord. There we go. Okay, like I said, again, this is another issue you have to deal with. Since Lancers also have a high probability of dropping quick cards, it's quite possible that they will also drop critical stars, which to a buster team that's actually quite good, because that means their damage is going to go up. I could have buster chained this, but no, it's like a total waste, and frankly, I don't want to waste. So, there, see? You notice how much damage he just pulled off? That's why I combined my team to have half buster and a little. It's more of a hybrid, really. There you have it. So, next, let's put Mind's Eye Fake first, because frankly, dying horribly to archers is not fun. Let's have that. Ouch. Oh my gosh, Lord, she's going to die if I'm not careful. Okay, let's evade. Yeah. This is the problem when you have archer class enemies. That's where Altria cannot really soak, but if you notice, she soaked a lot of damage. So let's take out one of the archers first. Let's give her the power she needs and drop the damage output. Bang. There we go. So since she has evade, she should be fine. And he's gonna die if I'm not careful. Ah! Fun part! Here we go. So this is what we're going to do. Now you have a choice. Point of choice is you can either buster chain the hell out of the divine arm, or you can buster brave with the battery Elizabeth. So for me, personally, taking out that archer is a good idea. Buster brave chain. Here we go. So there you have it. And then you'll watch her do a lot of crazy shit. There, so it's cursed, so it takes extra damage. And she can do an extra chain. And there you have it. That's how you make a buster team. If you notice, I focused majority of the time I was able to form buster chains, especially in the first part. But there. So, but if I had put Kiyohime, I think I would have had a better chance. And plus, this normally works better if you don't have raging archers to kill your saber. Or better yet, choose a better tanky servant with also buster cards. Take note of that. Because you are building a buster team, right? So that's basically it. And there. Yay, EXP cards for David. Yeah, David is actually another archer who can do it. But the only reason why I didn't put him yet is because he's too low leveled. I think he's only level 30 last I checked. So, with that, we finish our buster card team tutorial. How to build a buster team in Fate Grand Order. Don't forget to check our check by the other parts of the channel, or come by soon so I can teach you guys how to build other teams like Arts team and the sort. Well, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. This is Catherine Baskerville, now signing off.